Hello and good Monday, 4/20/2009. I'm Caitlin Hill and this is Hello and good Monday, I'm Caitlin. Oh boy. Hello! There. Joanne left suddenly. So I'm here. But I'm kind of new to this, so I'm not expected to be as good as Joanne or anything. And I'm obviously not sophisticated. But I'm not afraid to say hippopotamonstrous escapedaliophobia, and I know how to catch a book. Whoops. And essentially, I'm not going to sit around here and take any of these people's crap. You'll also find me participating as well. I'll be in your comments commenting, I use Twitter, I post my own videos to YouTube, and I'm just here to help Rocketboom get their shit together now that Joanne has left. So, things I like. Spaceships! I will be back tomorrow with the news, but today I wanted to let you know about a little segment that I like, something I'll be doing from time to time, called Space and Science. If you were born any time in the 20th century, then you probably grew up thinking of Pluto as the ninth planet in our solar system, and unless you've been living under a rock for the last couple of years, you probably know that Pluto recently lost its planet status. In the 19th century, astronomers were busy observing the orbit of Uranus and noticed a funny little wobble, as if it were being affected by a nearby unseen object. Planet X, as they called it, became the talk of the Earth for the next 80 years, even after first being captured in a photograph in 1915, which no one even noticed until much later. It wasn't until 1930 when the 23-year-old Clyde Tombaugh had compiled a series of photos from the Lowell Observatory in Flagstaff, Arizona, and thus the first ostensible evidence of a Planet X. After taking more images to confirm the discovery, the observatory telegraphed the news to the Harvard College Observatory, which published a call for names, and received thousands of name suggestions for the new object. Rothbart! Planet Doom! Dakota Fanning! It was the lucky 11-year-old schoolgirl Venetia Burney of Oxford, England, who suggested the name Pluto as a possible alternative to Hades. Mentioned it to her grandfather Falconer Maiden. Falconer then passed on the vote to Professor Herbert Hall Turner. Professor Turner telegraphed the name to colleagues in America, and the name was officially picked on March 24, 1930, for many other reasons too. And so Pluto it was, miner of metals, the Roman god Pluto ruled the underworld, following alongside Jupiter, god of the skies, and Neptune, god of the seas, and a dopey bloodhound. It wasn't. Coincidentally enough, the famous Disney dog Pluto first appeared in 1930 also, but was named later in honor of the newly named planet. The quote, planet was nevertheless still in question by many. The quote, planet was nevertheless still in question by many astronomers as well. Over the following decades, estimates of Pluto's mass were often revised. The discovery of Pluto's moon Charon in 1978 helped scientists infer Pluto to be about 0.2% of the Earth's mass, but an object that small would probably not be big enough to be affecting Uranus's orbit. As it were. And tracking Pluto's orbit, for instance, shows that it never even comes close to Uranus anyway. But then, in 1992, astronomers started to notice a whole slew of icy objects just beyond Neptune that were similar in size and shape to Pluto. This population of icy space globs became known as the Kuiper Belt, and in 2006, after much debate about what criteria ought to be considered when calling an object a planet, Pluto found itself once again lost of planet designation. As defined by today's ruling gods, the International Astronomical Union defines Pluto as a celestial body orbiting the Sun that is massive enough to be rounded by its own gravity, but has not cleared its neighbouring region of planetesimals and is not a satellite. Curses. Just one of the many trans-Neptunian Kuiper Belt objects. Despite public outcry to restore Pluto to the status of a planet, Pluto is in good company, with a family consisting of Eris, Makemake, Haumea, Sedna, Orcus, and Varuna. And as far as I'm concerned, Pluto is in good company here in the United States, where the issue is ununited, for both Illinois and New Mexico have recently passed resolutions to declare Pluto a planet on their own. If you agree, consider signing a petition to make Pluto a planet again, because change is scary and should not happen. I'm Caitlin Hill, and this is Rocketboom Space and Science.